standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you to everyone coming out tonight. This is awesome. Full house. Dr. Grable, do we have any changes to the agenda tonight?
We do not.
Wonderful. Do I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I'll make a motion we approve the agenda.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Madam President, you do want to see if we have any comments up to this point?
Lori, do we have any comments?
We do not.
Okay, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Council.
Just trying to help.
I know, that's okay. Let's see. Consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Are there any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. On to action items. So tonight we have an elementary school presentation of our high ability students. Mr. Quillen?
Yes, I am excited to have this crowd here. This is a wonderful group of students. Also, we're showcasing our student performance, but also definitely want to give kudos to Sarah Schwartz for all the work that she has put in with this group of young ladies and gentlemen. I would highly encourage you at any point to come over to our building and check out our science, STEM, high ability room, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you have a special secret code there. Every time I go in there, there's always something new happening and exciting, and I think it's going to be a great thing to continue on. So I'll turn it over to you guys on what you're doing.
Let's line up. So first grade, bring your things. We didn't really practice. Like I stopped and talked to him in the hallway a couple of times. Okay, then we first grade, then third grade, and then 4, 5, and 6. So you have to know what grade you're in. So Aria, you're in the middle. Then you boys all the way down here, 4, 5, and 6. Well, I guess you're 5, 6. 3. Okay, third graders. Here we go. Okay. All right. Well, I've had the privilege to work with these high ability students, and then about 20 more of them every Wednesday. We have a class of first graders, a class of second and third graders, and then one class that has 4, 5, and 6 together. I see them for 1 hour, which is never enough time. And I don't know. I know I have a ton of fun with them. I hope they have fun. We've covered a wide range of topics this year because it is STEAM-based. So we've talked about coding, robots, greenhouses, hydroponics, stars, constellations, rocks, volcanoes. What else? 3D printing. I am so sorry. That is their favorite. I'm sorry. How did I forget? Okay, 3D printing and Tinkercad design. Is that it? I don't know either. Building with Legos, simple machines, cars, balloon cars. So we've had a lot of fun. And I know it probably looks really crazy sometimes in there. But they are going to share with you what their favorite project so far has been. They're also going to share what they did and why. Most of them have their project. Some of them are on the TV. So we'll start with 5th and 6th grade. So which of you would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Benjamin Weber. I'm in 5th grade Ms. Schmaltz's class, and my favorite thing that I made was this 3D printed plane. I made it on this website called Tinkercad. There is a sidebar with a bunch of shapes, and so I dragged some over, and I messed with the sizes and stuff. I made the base of the plane, and then I made some of my own shapes for the wings, and then I put it all together. Then I sent it to Miss Schwartz, and she put it through the slicer, which puts it in layers. And so we see how it's gonna print, and then she sends it to the printer, and we print it. And this was my favorite because I had fun designing it and seeing the finished product.
And he actually has 3 sizes of planes.
Yeah.
He has
I
a
have a
mini,
big one, I have a medium one, and I have a tiny one.
Yeah. We were actually able to get a 3D printer that will print in 4 different colors. So now we can start using that. So we've got to learn how to pick the different colors, and we'll do that soon.
My name is Kaden Cottle, and I'm in 6th grade, and I also did 3D printing. So I made ducks because I really like ducks for some reason. And this is my favorite project because I enjoy 3D modeling, and I like seeing it when I get to actually like create something that I've designed.
My name is Knox Poland. I'm in 5th grade, and my favorite project we've done is also 3D printing. We 3D printed some Christmas ornaments. This was my favorite because we did, this was my first time 3D printing something, and I've always wanted to 3D print.
My name is Leo Schwartz. I'm in 5th grade, and my favorite project is, it's up there. We had to make greenhouses on the moon inside the
Lava flow.
Yeah, lava flows, or to provide food for the astronauts. So we had different materials to build a base and we had like a grow light, and we used tinfoil to reflect that light to the beans that we used inside a plastic bag. So that's the one with the blue tape, that's mine. And it works really well. And my mom has an app on her phone that we use to Lumens, yeah. And I got to like 600 or something like that. So
We had to measure, like when they first built their greenhouse, how many lumens they would deflect towards their greenhouse, and then they would work to modify and deflect more lumens, and they all did a really good job. They look kind of crazy, but they did a great job. James.
My name is James Weber, and I'm in 3rd grade in 6th class. And my favorite project was also 3D printing. I made this that has my name on it, James Weber. And so you had to like drag letters from the letterbox, and then I had to group them all together, so then when it printed, it would stay together. And it was my favorite project because I love designing and making stuff.
My name is Aria Basile, and I'm in 3rd grade in Miss Brown's class, and my favorite project is 3D printing also because it's like really fun, and I get to create stuff, which I like creating stuff. And what I did was I did like a keychain of my name, and why is my favorite project? It's because that you get to like model stuff, and you get to like there's different colors that you get to pick between from, and I really like colors, and I like creating and building.
My name is Michaela Smolch. I am 3rd grade in Miss Brown's class, and this is my favorite project. It is a keychain of the U.S. Navy because I have a cousin that's in the Navy, and I wanted to make something. So what I did was I had to drag all these letters into this. I had to shape them, and it was not easy. And I had to put this little ring thing on it. And I like this project because I like giving stuff to people that I create, and this is also my own project, so that's why it's my favorite.
And with the 3D printing, it really is hard to like just drag letters over and then get them the same thickness, and then they all have to sit on the plate. So when you print them, they print flat, Like James's keychain, when it first printed, would not print the loop because his whole keychain was too small, so we had to make it bigger. But there's a lot of trial and error that goes into 3D printing that, I think most people think is just plug and play. You just print, something prints, and some things will do that, but not what they're doing. I'm making you think, aren't I? Yeah. All right, with Hallie and Lucas.
Yeah. My name's Ella Holcomb, and I'm in first grade, and I'm in Miss Cal's class. My favorite project was building a volcano because I just like building with my friends, and it was fun.
What else is in the plan? Did you make a volcano, but what were you trying to prevent?
A fence.
Yeah, so they built a fence that would keep their house safe from their volcano, from the lava. So they did a really good job. They had Play-Doh and popsicle sticks. So some were successful, others, and tape. That's right. Only so much tape though, right? Yeah. Some were successful, some were not. All right, Lucas.
My name's Lucas Schultz, and my favorite project was a car that had to make two Lego man go down a ramp with being safely. And I like this project because I like building stuff.
There's the ramps. They had 2 different inclines. And it had to go down a certain amount of time, so it didn't just creep down and get them safely. They had to sort of speed along. And they really seemed to enjoy that. There's Allie's car. Okay. And I forgot to say, there's 2 more at school that help. So Emily Harvey, she's the high ability coordinator, answers a lot of questions for me. And then Elisa Brown is the classroom high ability teacher. So if teachers in the classroom have questions, they go to her for help. So, you guys have any questions for us?
Thanks very much for coming.
For all those who like 3D printing, they might want to go to the Rip Rap Festival in Goshen. It's usually sometime this month of March.
Okay. Rip Rap.
Yeah, it's called Rip Rap. Don't ask my son.
I'm sure I can find it.
Expose me to it.
We'll look that up.
It's all about 3D printing. So
okay. We'll look it up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome to stay. It's great fun. If you want to head home and do some homework, that's fine too.
I think we have a plane to catch.
Oh, okay. If you want to head for home, that's fine too. We understand. Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, action item B, approval of the school lunch charging policy.
Mrs. Flora couldn't be here tonight, but she's requesting one minor change. You have it in your packet.
Thank you, Mr. Cohn.
It is highlighted in blue, the one change. Basically, it's just a statement that the charging policy cannot be abused or the privilege of the charging meals can be revoked. It is really the only change. So I think that there's 1 or 2 families that tend to abuse the policy and run the charge up, then at the last minute pay, run it up, pay, type of a scenario, over and over again. Kind of abuse the policy as it's written. So this will give the ability to revoke that if a family does choose to abuse it.
In previous years, like the church and that sort of stuff have donated money. They didn't this year. So I think a lot of them expect that. So that's could be part of it too. Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately that did not happen this year.
No.
Which adds to it. So.
Mm-hmm.
I make a motion to approve the school lunch charging policy.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. Item C, approval of accounts payable voucher prepayment resolution.
This is just an annual request. That's the resolution allows us to pay bills in between meetings so that they're not paid late. So basically, obviously
every year.
recommend approval.
I'll make a motion that we approve the accounts payable voucher prepayment resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. Approval of classified staff salary schedule.
This is also an annual thing. This is for State Board of Account audit purposes. Now, last month you approved the classified increases, which is basically the same spreadsheet you received in that. There have been no change. Well, the only change in that obviously was approved earlier in this agenda with Lisa Ruff moving to head custodian, so that will obviously change from what, changes from what you had previously approved in last month. So you just approve the schedule that sets the salaries for each classification, and that's just again for audit purposes for the State Board of Accounts. So recommend approval.
I make a motion to approve the classified staff salary schedule.
I'll second it.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. E, approval to sell excess old broken band equipment.
You have in your packet a list of the equipment. There's several pieces of old equipment, band equipment, and some furniture, I believe.
Yeah.
The band director would like to sell with one particular company he's working with, where he's buying some new equipment, and they're interested in purchasing the old equipment. It's not usable for us anymore, so it's old equipment. But in order for him to sell it to the company, you have to declare it as excess property. So that's recommend declaring it excess property, then he can sell that equipment to the company that wants to purchase it.
I'll make a motion that we approve the sell the excess old broken band equipment.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item passes. Nope. We have donations to approve tonight. Good Oil Company, $200 for 6th grade field trip to Chicago Museum of Science and Industry. The Andersons, $80 for FFA. Coonrod Family Farms, $300 for FFA. Pioneer Regional PTO, $5,660.60 for new playground equipment. Business and community members, $1,560 for the elementary school science fair. Schwartz Law Office, $300 for FFA pork dinner. Sherilyn Welter Family Charitable, $600 for Megan Pepper's class field trip to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Sherilyn Welter Family Charitable, $600 for Erica Martindale's class field trip to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Baptist Christian Church, $1,350 for elementary school student assistance. Lisa and Tim Wigan, $100 for elementary school student assistance. Ed and Kim Schroeder, $100 for 6th grade field trip. Lots of donations tonight. Do I have a motion?
Appreciate the generosity.
Can we get a clarification? Because I know the document that was submitted in support of the $600 to Erica Martindale says it's for the Field Museum, or the Chicago Museum of Science and Industry trip. It is for the Motor Speedway, right?
You mean line number 8, the Sherilyn Welter Family Charitable? $600 for
The
Erica.
document attached to the agenda says it's for.
She's 6th grade, so I'm guessing that is
It says
Chicago.
Yeah, but on our agenda it says it's for the Motor Speedway, so
Yes, that would need to be changed.
There's two different ones. One says Chicago and the other one says Indianapolis.
Yeah, Megan Pepper says Indianapolis.
Yes, that would be correct. She's 4th grade, but
Erica Martindale
Erica's 6th
says
grade, so that would be
Chicago.
Chicago. That would be a typo, yes.
So it's the agenda that has it wrong.
Yeah, the agenda is wrong.
I just wanted to clarify.
Okay, so it needs to say the Museum of Science and Industry.
Yeah, on the agenda, yeah.
Yeah.
The agenda.
Yeah, because I'll give that to Carrie.
Good catch.
Now, like on that Baptist Christian Church, it says student assistance. What's that
I
pertain
meant to
go
ask
to?
Mr. Quillen that. Ladies, do you know the donations to elementary student assistance? Do you know what that
I will.
told anything. All I know, is that the stuff that was donated for the clothing closet?
I was gonna say, usually it's for your students that you need to purchase supplies.
Clothes
or
for the, clothes for the clothing closets. I know we did get some donations recently for that, yes, but I'm guessing that's what that is. I meant to ask Mr. Quillen that before he left and I forgot, but I do know we did get some donations for clothing here recently, so I'm guessing that is what that is.
Do I have a motion to approve those donations?
I make a motion to approve the donations.
Second that.
Moved and seconded. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Donations approved. On to discussion facilities reports. Mr. Quillen shared with us his already, that he so might neatly typed up.
Yeah, a couple highlights from that. I want to make sure we hit on there. We're seeing some some really good iLearn Checkpoint 2 scores. 38% of grade 3 proficiency in math, and the state average was 20%. Miss Brown had 81% at or above proficiency. Great scores. 30% proficiency in math, 5th grade math. State average was 19%. Miss Schmaltz, who was here earlier, had 71% at or above proficiency. Miss Peppers had 55% at or above proficiency in English language arts. So seeing some good scores on those checkpoints. The big one, the elementary science bowl team are state champions. They competed here recently in the competition, scored a 99.75 was their scoring total to win the state championship, beating out Hamilton Southeastern Intermediate and Junior High, Riverside Intermediate, Perry Meridian Academy, Logansport Intermediate, Tri-County, Sand Creek, and Fall Creek Intermediates in Fishers. So some large, very large schools there that they beat out in their division. So spelling bee winner, Lucy Grundman, 4th grade Mrs. Roller's class. Congratulate her. And this week was science fair at 69 projects. A couple board members helped judge those. We appreciate the help, and a special thanks to all the staff and that helped organize that, and all the volunteers that helped run that. So a couple highlights from that I wanted to make sure we hit. Franz, anything?
Sure. We are continuing to focus on our RTI system. We're using Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday to have teachers meet with math and English groups to provide interventions. A little bit of a hiccup with all those synchronous learning days in there, so we're trying to catch back up and get everybody on pace there. Our staff's doing an absolutely fabulous job keeping those students engaged and accountable and showing up when they're supposed to be. Due to the weather and all, we had to kind of back up and punt with our second 9 weeks junior high incentive. We were supposed to have movie afternoon and everything. Well, teachers felt like having so much time already out of the classroom, we didn't really want to take another day away. So those kids that were eligible got ice cream at lunch one day instead. So that seemed to go over well, believe it or not. So we'll try again for our movie afternoon for the third 9 weeks. This Thursday we have virtual training, TBRI training with Jessie. So our staff will be joining during their preps. We had a junior high dance this year, something that they really haven't done much in the past, and it was a huge hit. It had 92 kids come all gussied up and dressed up and had a great time. So that's probably something that we'll look at continuing to do for them. Mr. Brooke and I and teachers have started diving in deep with our Checkpoint 2 scores. Ours, I don't have the exact numbers I think he shared before, but kind of looking and digging deep with those with the teachers and focusing on who we want to assign for interventions, and also looking to see if we need to tweak our curriculum moving forward. So that's going well. Let's see here. Junior class sponsors are doing a great job of community service. One of one of the things that the state requires us to do. So our freshmen and sophomores a lot of times will clean up after games. Juniors are doing concessions. Seniors did Live United. So we're tracking that and make sure everybody fulfills that bucket for graduation. February 27th, I think maybe you were involved in this. We'll be having a college and career fair in the Ox Gym. You guys are all welcome to come and participate, walk around. I think our Pioneer students are set to go through the fair between 2 and 3, but otherwise we've got some other schools attending, so that will be nice. And then on May 13th, Faye Miller will be taking her college and career kids. She sets up throughout the community. She gets them assigned to a mentorship, so they spend usually half to 3/4 of the day going and working with them. So that's always a fun time for those kids. Let's see here, for extracurriculars, our band solo ensemble, we had 7th and 12th grade participating last weekend. We had 15 golds, 12 silvers, and 4 bronze. So they represented Pioneer really well, and we're proud of them. We have 5 wrestlers moving on to regionals: Tyler Schnurple, Hunter Ward, Brady Price, Noah Van Meter, and Chase Van Meter. So they're continuing on, and unfortunately our girls basketball Saturday night lost by 1 point. Had a great season though, and a great showing. They ended up finishing 10-16, I believe. So
I don't believe any of the boys, the wrestlers, went on past the regionals.
No, unfortunately. A few of them were actually hurt, so to get there was kind of good too. So, and then just a reminder of the FFA dinner on the 21st. So we'd love to have you join.
Well, thank you. Couple district things also to add. Adrian Pursley, our choir director for grades 5 through 12, was awarded the IMEA 2026 Multi-Level Music Educator of Excellence Award this year at a recent event. So we're excited about that, proud of her. We'll highlight her and that award at our March meeting. We'll invite her to that. Speaking of the March meeting will be at the high school. The high school will host the March meeting. Not sure yet whether that be in the library or the sports room, exactly where the meeting part will be yet. But we'll at some point take a tour. You'll get to see the new greenhouse, probably right after the regular meeting probably. But just note that. The month of January, which kind of then bled into this month, was Pioneer had the opportunity to have junior Rotarians attend Rotary meetings. Mia McKeag and Micah Rands were our 2 representatives that attended the Rotary meetings for Pioneer. And Micah, at the first meeting in January, Micah and Mr. Berry were the guest speakers, talking about being at the state championship game, and Micah talking about being the Mental Attitude Award winner. And then they were supposed to attend the second meeting in January, but that meeting got canceled because of weather, so they had to get bumped to this February meeting. So they attended yesterday. And Mia was the guest speaker yesterday at Rotary for the Lilly Scholarship, being a Lilly Scholarship Award winner for Cass County. So, and then part of at the second meeting, the 2 Rotary students have to introduce each other, as part of that process. Then here, like this month, is 2 Lewis Cass students, and then next month will be 2 Pioneer students again. So it's seniors. We picked 2 seniors to do that. So. Mrs. Schrantz mentioned the virtual coaching this week at the high school. Today was actually the elementary's virtual coaching for TBRI. That was all day today. And then on February 26th at the elementary is the One School, One Book kickoff.
Discovering.
So, not sure what time is that? In the morning, I'm assuming?
Typically it's 9 a.m.
9 a.m.?
Let me check the calendar to make sure.
If you have,
It doesn't say, but it's normally 9.
Yeah. if you're free,
lot of
that's a fun event to stop in. Unfortunately, I'm at Epic training all day that day, so I won't be able to go this year. So it's a fun kickoff. Last two have been, the staff really put on quite the show. So it's something that if you get a chance to stop in, it's well worth it. So it's
I'll
usually a
confirm the time
secret.
and let you know.
Huh?
I'll confirm the time and then
Okay,
let you know.
well, let me know and I'll pass it on. So we usually keep the book secret until right up in time, so that's hush hush. But so one school, one book. This will be our third year doing that program. It's a neat program. So that's all I've got. Lori, you got anything?
Nothing.
Nothing? No? All right, everybody have a safe trip home. Thanks.
Okay.
I was struggling.